Have you ever borrowed money for your business? Maybe from a bank or even from family and friends. And then at night, you are lying awake asking yourself, what if I can't pay this back? The shame, the anxiety, the fear that people would look at you and say, she borrowed all that money and still the business isn't working. I know that fear because I've been there myself. We had crowdfunded to grow my physical product business, Bubes Foods, and the pandemic happened. Everything went belly up and left us in almost 200 million naira in debt. Now here's the truth. Profit is not just money left over in your account. Profit has 6 critical jobs, and when Profit does these jobs well, you never have to fear debt collectors, unexpected blows in your business, or even that negative critical inner voice that says you're working so hard, but what do you have to show for it? Stick with me until the end because job number 6 is the real reason you started your business in the first place. But let's start where your fear is the loudest. Job number 1. Profit repays debt. Yes, debt repayment is one of the biggest silent fears for physical product business owners because to run a physical product business is capital intensive. Let's make this real with numbers. Imagine you borrowed 5 million naira to expand your production line and grow your business. The bank gave you 12 months to repay at 10% annual interest. That means that every month you owe 5 million naira plus 10% divided by 12, that is 458,333 naira, almost 460,000 naira per month. Now here's where most business owners make the mistake. They are trying to pay this back from revenue. Revenue sometimes is unstable. Some months you may sell 3 million naira, some months is 1 million. Paying debt out of revenue feels like you're pulling money out of thin air. But when you then treat profit like your employee, you allocate a percentage of every sale toward profit. Then you assign profit to its job, repay debt. Let's say, for example, that your gross profit margin is 40%. That is, your product costs 3,000 naira and you sell at 5,000 naira. What this means is that every 1 million naira in sales gives you 400,000 naira in gross profit. If you then go ahead to commit 50% of profit to debt repayment, that's 200,000 naira per million in sales. So imagine it's a month where you sell 2.5 million naira. Profit already covers your 460,000 naira loan repayment. Do you see the difference? Revenue can lie, but when you make profit responsible for debt, repayment becomes structured. With this, you don't have to feel the tightness in your chest every time the bank calls because profit is paying for you. If you want to learn how to set up your business so that you're generating enough profit to do these 6 critical jobs, I have the Cost-to-Profit program coming up this month to help you double your profit, grow your business, and build personal wealth. I'll put the link for you in the description. Job number 2. Profit builds business savings. The second fear most business owners don't say out loud is this. What if something happens, like exchange rates jump up or suppliers increase prices, or even a machine breaks down and I can't handle it? That fear is valid because in business, one small shock can wipe out your entire month's sales. That's why Profit must build business savings for you. Let's do the math. Say you run a business with an average monthly sales of 2 million naira. Your profit margin is 40%. That is 800,000 naira in gross profit. If you decide to set aside just 20% of that profit for savings, that is 160,000 naira per month. In 6 months, it becomes 960,000 naira. In 12 months, that's a whopping 1.92 million naira in savings. Now picture this. Your major machine breaks down and the repairs cost 800,000 naira. Without savings, you are stranded. But with profit savings, you just dip into your buffer and keep moving like nothing happened. So business savings is equal to peace of mind. It's like the insurance you give yourself. Job number 3, profit pays your tax. You know that unspoken fear around taxation. What if FIRS or state tax agencies suddenly come knocking and I'm not ready? In Nigeria, like anywhere else in the world, ignorance of tax law is not an excuse. And here's where profit makes tax painless. Let's quickly break down the brackets under the Nigerian Company Income Tax, CIT. Revenue under 25 million naira per year gets to pay 0% in CIT. Revenue between 25 to 100 million naira, 20% CIT. Revenue above 100 million naira, 30% CIT, company income tax. Now, for the sake of this conversation, let's imagine that your business makes 50 million naira in annual revenue with a 20% net profit margin. That's 10 million naira in net profit, right? The tax payable at 20% will then be 10 million naira times 20%, 2 million naira. If you did not allocate profit for this, 2 million naira begins to feel like punishment when the time is due. But if you set aside a certain percentage of profit every month, maybe say 20% of profit, then by year end, profit has already done its job of paying the tax. No stress, no fear of shutting down your business premises by the tax agencies. Job number 4, profit fuels business growth. You know that your midnight thought and musings, I want to grow, but every time I think of expansion, I wonder, where will the money come from? Those thoughts, the answer is your profit. We're here talking numbers. Let's imagine you currently package and sell 10,000 units of your product per month, and you want to double capacity to 20,000 units. That means a new sealing machine that may cost you 3 million naira. If your business profit is 500,000 naira per month and you commit 50% of profit to growth, in 12 months you've saved 3 million naira. No loan, no begging, pure growth funded by profit. Now, this is how profit multiplies itself. You use profit to buy assets that produce even more profit. Job number 5, profit attracts investors and partners. Every business owner that I know, including myself, dreams of partnerships and investors. But here's the truth. These investors don't care about your revenue. They care about your profit. Let's look at this scenario, of 2 companies. So business A is generating 50 million naira in revenue and 2 million naira in profit. And business B generates 30 million naira in annual revenue and 9 million naira in profit. Let's pause right there. Which of these businesses would you invest in? Business B, of course, because higher profit means better efficiency and sustainability. So profit is your credibility. It proves to potential investors and partners that your business is not just a side hustle. Job number 6, profit builds personal wealth and freedom. Now let's get to the most important job of profit, in my own opinion, because that's the reason you started your business in the first place. To build personal wealth, financial freedom, and to live the dream life. This happens in your business through 2 channels. Number 1, owner's compensation, your salary for running the business. And number 2, owner's distribution. What you may want to call profit sharing, your share of the profit as the business owner. Let's use this illustration at this point. Imagine your business makes 100 million naira in annual revenue at 20% profit margin. That's 20 million naira in profit. And if you allocate 50% of that to business, tax, savings, growth, debt, all the things that we've talked about earlier, the other 50% is yours, 10 million naira. Now you're not just working, you're building wealth, you're making impact, you're living the dream life you imagined when you started. And here's the big shift. It means that the business no longer owns you, you own freedom. Let's recap the 6 jobs of profit. Profit repays debt. Profit builds business savings. It pays your taxes. Profit also fuels growth. Profit attracts investors and partners. Profit builds personal wealth and financial freedom. And if you're ready to stop guessing and finally structure your profit so it works for you, not against you, then it's time to join my Cost-to-Profit program this month. Inside, I would work you through step by step the exact system that helps physical product owners maximize profit on every product they sell so that they can repay debt with ease, save for shocks, fund growth, stay compliant, attract investors, and finally build the wealth and freedom they dreamed of. Because profit is not leftover money. Profit is the most important employee in your business. And I need you to make sure that it's doing all 6 jobs. I'll put the link to the Cost to Profit program for you in the description and the pinned comments. See you in the next video.